These all are the best gacha game RPG in 2025 that is really refreshing to play, because I give an update about the new release gacha game and also the upcoming game Gacha RPG in 2025 for Android and iOS platforms. With a combination of action RPG, turn-based and also idle or AFK game will make this game's list become a perfect choice to play. Remember to like this video and please enjoy the video of Top 10 Best Gacha RPG Games to Play in 2025 for Android and iOS, New Gacha Games Mobile. Windbreaker Rebel Heroes. This game is adapted from the actual anime, which is right, this anime is getting a lot of attention. This is the right timing from the developer to launch the game on mobile. Even the gameplay looks so incredible and perfectly describe how the anime is. We can explore the open world, but it has a certain perspective point of view like a side-scrolling or top-down. Unfortunately, we can't interact with any random NPC. It has full of voiceover when we have a dialogue. The main gameplay is look like a brawl game where most of the gangsters will always come against us. The combat mechanism is auto combat for the basic attack. It will regenerate the gauge method to release the ultimate skill. I really love how the skill showcase is absolutely similar within the anime series. Making attack skill to make a perfect combination attack to a random enemy, it will grant the damage numbers massively. This is the best gacha no pay to win game RPG on mobile 2025 because I got 3 legendary heroes freely through free gacha and also storyline, which is the top S tier hero to start the journey will make your earlier game become much easier. Windbreaker Rebel Heroes Best Gacha RPG Game 2025 Android and iOS. Madoka, Magica, Magia, etc. It's amazing seeing this anime series will have a game version, even if it will be playable on Android, iOS and also PC, especially the Steam. Clearly, the developer announced if it will have the original story. It's quite unique because we can do some exploration into the labyrinth to collect magical girl pieces. If you wonder how the game is, it has a turn-based system. The combat mechanism looks similar within HSR from the UI perspective. Simply, there are 3 things that we need to be concerned about: basic attack, skill, and also energy. That we can collect up to 6 bars of energy in total. The auto icon and also the speed up icon will display once we enter the combat. PvP arena, and we can select a player to match up. Guild or union, that's good to clear the guild mission to make more reward. When the game launches, we will have an achievement mission that we need to clear. Each of the mission will give some rewards of gems and also free 5 stars of the hero. So I can assume if the developer will make this game become a gacha game as a main priority. Tribe 9. It's pretty rare to see an anime game with a high quality game that will launch directly into global. This movement that I would like to appreciate from this game's developer, which is an Akatsuki game. Even if they infrequently launch the beta testing before, it is a great move and I hope more games developer will do it. So we don't have to wait for a longer time to see a new game coming up to mobile and never let the hype go on. Tribe 9 is a new action hack and slash game that comes with a great storyline, even if we can't skip the dialogue. The story is absolutely interesting. It's about a gang of 9 people who try to save the world, with a different characteristic and design making the game look way more interesting. The game's mechanism lets the player understand about the new combat style. It's called a party tension. It will increase each time a tense skill is executed. We must always focus on the timing of when the tension pace boosts. Then we are able to activate it in battle to give an advantage effect. Maintaining the team's lineup is really good to adjust the combat playstyle. We will get a few epical heroes since the game is really no pay to win gacha game. Just to inform you, the highest tier is a 3 stars great character. Best Gacha RPG Android 2025. Bleach Soul Resonance. I never imagined finally we have the worthy action game that comes from one of the most popular anime worldwide. This game's name is Bleach, which I don't even need to mention about the anime because I am sure everyone knows this title. We just need to wait until this game comes globally since the game has an English version on his official website. It has a super fast-paced hack and slash base. The combat seems so intense and delivered with a high dynamic. It's a great word to describe how cool this showcase is. The mechanism is quite simple but needs a lot of effort to train about timing. It's pretty crucial because it will determine how possible we can make a parry and counter-attack. The one thing that I really like the most is everything looks so similar within the actual anime, by the character design, monster, places and also storyline. Of course, we can raise up our winning chance by going a gacha. Rememento White Shadow. I would like to make a highlight about this game for a longer time because I really love how this game represents such a perfect visual, animation and cutscenes, which is all blended into a great gameplay. This is an open world based game where the developer surely wants the player to enjoy the storyline because the player will take so much time on the main mission to reach their next combat. I would like to explain about the combat mechanism shorter because it's quite simple to understand. So every hero will have one indicator as a team gauge meter. Each of the skill will have 3 different levels to represent how strong their skill will become. Level 1, 2 and 3. The ultimate skill will show us a special cutscenes where we can't skip it. As I mentioned before, it has an open world and we can't explore it without passing through any loading screen. Surely it will make the pawn work harder to render far view distance. That's the main reason why my pawn is getting hot. Even if I only play in a few minutes, we can get a stronger character through gacha that has a frequent banner update. ETE Chronicle Action RPG. It just released on Play Store and App Store and the graphics are totally amazing. I wonder why the developer decided to launch the game directly into global without releasing it first into their region. As a player who prefer to play a game with an English version, of course it's a great news for us. Everything has optimized perfectly. The voiceover, visual, graphic, rendering system, and even the signal look so stable and promising to play. The main concept is quite unique because we will navigate the robot as our main character. Every robot will have a different combat style such as a melee weapon like a sword and also a long-range weapon like a gun. Even though it's a single player base, it feels like a multiplayer game because we will be able to bring 3 of our main heroes on the battlefield. They all will create a great combination attack and do a random attack. Switching the hero in between is possible, but make sure you keep unleashing the support skill once the gauge meter is ready. We can fight in a different condition like in the air or on the ground, depending on which robot we are navigating. ETE Chronicles Action RPG is the best gacha game 2025 for Android and iOS. Cat Fantasy ID Isekai Odyssey. This is the second time the game has been released on the Play Store, but maybe some of you don't realize if the game has closed already, but now the other publisher is learning how they can attract a newbie player by increasing the gacha rate multiple times. Seriously, I can easily get SR hero for more than 4 characters in total and all of them are free. Even right now, I got one SSR hero which is really overpowered. By deploying this hero, I'm able to clear the earlier game much faster. Anyway, this game has a very unique story where we become a cat as the main character. Even when you try to summon some hero, then the cat will represent the main icon of the game. I really love how the game now is getting better from the visualization. Honestly, the gameplay is not pretty fair though, because the cat skill that we will get will obtain randomly, so we can't make an accurate strategy to get a special skill. Overall, it's becoming one of the best free-to-play friendly gacha game with an anime art style for Android and iOS 2025. Arena of Dungeon Challengers. This is a dungeon-based game with an action crawler-based game. It's a pretty simple game where we don't have much conversation about the storyline. Our main mission is only clearing the stage by stage that will be guarded by a bunch of monsters. The game's mechanism is pretty amazing with a selection of element-based options that we can earn just before we start the combat. There are so many elements like fire, water, lightning and also earth. Be considered to pick the best element as you play style because it will boost your winning rate in combat a lot. It's a single player and will face a lot of enemies, but don't worry because all of our main attack will give an area of effect range. At the moment, it only has a limited number of heroes that we can recruit through the mission. The gacha option will help us a lot in improving the hero's strength through equipment, skill system and also status point. EXO Insomnia. What a cute gacha game. All of the characters are real cute and chibi makes a good fun ambience. Even the music is well blended with the characteristic of the heroes. When I tried on the beta, I realized all of the characters were female at all, but right now the developer add more male heroes and I really love the design. The combat mechanism needs a strategy to win. We should place the right hero into a certain area based on their skill range. It will determine which enemy will be the hero to target on. The skill animation is quite simple, even if we will not get any special scenes when we unleash the ultimate skill, but of course, it's a good way to foster the game progress while in combat. EXO Insomnia is one of the best new gacha games that has a higher rate gacha chance. I got one free SSR hero and also one SR hero at once. It has an English version already and you can play it now on mobile platforms. Tokyo Revengers's Last Mission. I'm pretty sure all players know this anime because in a few series, it's becoming one of the best anime action. But honestly, I wish the developer would make the game look way more realistic because on this version, it seems so clunky. Especially when we face the enemy, the combat needs a lot of improvement to make it look way smoother. It's a pretty simple game, we don't have to be concerned about the energy or stamina because it doesn't need those indicators. We only need to focus on the cooldown of each skill. Try to hold down your attack to deal a higher damage. Blocking the incoming attack is possible once you tap the icon on the right timing. In battle, we can deploy 3 main heroes and switch them in between. Use the gacha features to collect a new hero. Best Game Gacha RPG 2025 Mobile. Kairi and Terra. Did you know this game? I doubt you know it because not many YouTubers give a special attention to it. But for me, it's kind of addictive gameplay since we have a quite complicated gameplay. So much better we play through an auto action. The mechanism is very unique because we need to use a dice to represent our next move. The dice number will give the player of how many energy numbers that we have to unleash a skill. Each skill of the hero will consume a different number of energy. So we need to consider which hero we should use. The skill first beside the stage wave will come continuously into 3 different waves. The gacha system is one of the most important aspects to create your dream team. I highly recommend you to place 3 different rules to make the formation become balanced, like front lane of the tanker, mid lane as the attacker or magician, and also back lane as a support. It doesn't have any heroes grade, which means all of the heroes have the same chance to become the best. As long as we are focusing on the hero strength improvement, best gacha game for Android and iOS 2025. Bonus 7 Knight Rebirth. This is a must-play gacha game in 2025. Unfortunately, the developer announced if the game will have a testing on Korean only, which I thought it will release to global first. We all know how the first sequel of the 7 Knight was. It's been downloaded by over 100 million players, and I'm sure the newest sequel will attract the veteran player as well as the newbies player because the game was made by Unreal Engine 5. The developer is really taking a huge responsibility by making huge progress based on the player's feedback. The game's combat mechanism will push the player to play in auto mode, so we can grind our main hero easily because there are so many daily dungeons. Pushing your squad into global rank in PvP will be the greatest idea. These all are the best new gacha game RPG on mobile in 2025. I really hope you all tap the like button to support us. See you on the next video. Thanks.